Good morning. It's Sunday, November 4th. Of course, woke up early today because of the time difference and such. And, a little relaxing, and decided I wanted to get a video film today, which I haven't done yet. But I have been working on a script to do so. Well, script, outline. Basically, ideas and what to cover. It ended up being a little longer than I was expecting. I worked on it for a bit, decided, I better, eat something before church. Went and made some ramen. Had that, wonderful. And continued to work on it. Still, maybe about halfway done. Now that it's done, more than halfway done. I was a little over half. But I felt like I had about half of it still left. I was like, okay, it's time to leave. I go grab my phone and I get a message from my mom. Saying basically she's not going to make it. She worked around the house too much yesterday and is feeling a little sore. And a message from Nick saying, hey, want to go to HuHot? I'm like, well, I'm not going to get to go out to eat with family after church. I could just skip again this week. And I know it's terrible. I miss it, but oh well. I was like, yeah, I'll hang out with Nick. I haven't gotten to see him a bit. I'm not getting a whole lot of short days at work, so I'm not getting to see him as often, and I miss him. So I was like, yeah, let's go out to eat. So I had time, and I was able to finish the outline. He'll be over here in probably about 10 or 15 minutes to leave to go out to eat, which gives me enough time to get all the furniture sort of arranged properly to be able to film when I get home. So I'm going to do that while I wait for Nick to arrive. Hello.
Hello.
How are you? Good. Getting things all set up to film. Alright, here at HuHot. So I got first little plate here. First off, you got a very pretty colored plate and I'm jealous. Oh, yeah, I like the colored plate. But I tried to make mine look nice with the little toppings, sesame seeds and crushed red pepper. And I've tried this sausage that Nick had in the first one. He said it was good. But he did point out while we were sitting here talking, this time around we know with the toppers not to make the mistake of the cheese appearing coconut. We're wiser.
No, we know better next time.
Both Nick and I have been defeated by our second plates. However, I still ate more of my second plate than he ate of his, even though his second plate looks to have less food than mine. I put way too much food on my second plate. I was having a bad time getting a sense of scale. I used 2 bowls, and I wasn't getting the right sense of scale. Also, we both asked for rice. I actually ate some of the rice. You did not.
I also made the unilateral decision it was going to be white rice, too.
Yes. Although, what other decision would you make? Seriously, there's no other. We both left. Well, I left very stuffed. How are you feeling?
Full.
Full? Okay. Yeah, I probably should have stopped a bit earlier. Or maybe it's not even that. I didn't necessarily know that. Enough of what I was eating was noodles that by the time I stopped, I'm like, oh wait, no, I'm still getting fuller. Because I had a lot of noodles in that second bowl. I think that was part of what kicked my butt there. But yeah, it was good. Like he said, like he only ate like a plate and a half, and it was worth it for him. I only ate a plate and a half if we define, that second plate as one plate. Then I ate probably about plate and a half. So the second plate was probably about 3 of my first plate. Differences. But headed home now. Nick says he might hang out a little bit. So maybe chill with him a bit before getting something filmed. Gotta get a video uploaded anyway, so I can do that while he's hanging out. So Nick hung out for an hour-ish watching Sorted food. Which I guess what you've just been into for the last few days, week.
A few days.
Yeah. Like you put it on, I was like, I remember they did a collaboration with Rosanna Pansino, but that's all I'd seen of them. They're entertaining-ish. Gimmicky. Yeah, definitely gimmick-based.
Well, I definitely showed you their most gimmicky stuff. They also have actual cooking recipes and, 3 different types, 3 different fried chicken, best fried chicken places in London, for a lower price, mid price, high price, for different foods and stuff. Or how do you cook a single dish, 3 different, easy, medium, and hard.
That was the kind of collaboration they did with Rosanna Pansino. He showed me things of them testing out different gadgets or working blindly in a kitchen where one's done something and they... So... Whatever. Killed some time and got the Art and Arcana video uploaded to be this week's video, so that the one that I've had before can be pushed off a couple weeks.
Well, it was fun hanging out.
Let's see.
Hopefully this will help me reset my schedule.
Oh, because you've been waking up and whenever. Yeah. So I got the world building, mapping basics video filmed, and it was probably the between that and the settings video, it was definitely a longer script. But it was probably a shorter video, so that's kind of interesting. But I got that all put together. So that's filmed. I've filmed a second video this weekend. I already filmed, edited, and uploaded one that I started yesterday. All the stuff I do around the house. I did all that stuff with the shelf yesterday, and it just didn't leave me feeling as accomplished. But getting a second video filmed for the weekend makes me feel so much more accomplished. But I think a lot of that has to do with time pressure. As far as getting that shelf out, yeah, it's been there for a year, and I'd love to have it gone. But there is no end date for when it has to be gone. For my videos, I have a ticking clock, and I have to keep making new content. So, or give up on it, and that's always an option. That is always an option, that I can stop any one of these channels at any time if I need to. But I love doing them. I love this vlog. I love just sort of this experience. This has been so much fun for me. And I love the reaction, and I have goals and things I would like to accomplish through the gaming channel. The video game channel literally is me just pushing myself to play more video games, because I have fun while I'm playing them, and I need to give my excuse to spend that time. So there's that. But in general, I enjoy what I create. So I don't want to quit, but again, I have a schedule to keep with the gaming channel, because that's the one with goals. And I've been behind on this channel back when I moved. I don't like to fall too far behind, but I'm sure you've noticed, I'll be a week behind plenty of the time. And I just don't stress about it. As long as I don't fall too far behind, it's no big deal. The video game channel, it does what it does. But either way, I'm gonna get files converted and such for this, and glad to have a second video filmed for this weekend. And footage that I just filmed is importing to be edited. I'm gonna run to my mom's, gotta pay a bill, and then come back to work on some of that. And home from a quick trip to my mom's. Feeling like, oh man, the day's gotta be almost over. It's so late, it's not even 6 yet. But with the daylight alteration time, it feels later. I brought I left one container of dice, but most of my dice over that I've been leaving at Mom's, just because I'm going to need some more sets. And Mom ironed the Ravenclaw banner, so I can now get that hung up. Which I'm hoping that it will work on the back of this door. But we'll have to see. And I went digging through my Command products and found these little hooks that they show hanging measuring spoons on. But it looks like a relatively low profile little hook that I can put these grommets through and put that on the back of the door, and I think that'll work. And beautiful. Alright, so I got the banner up, and I did have to kind of compromise. I tried lining both of them up at the top of the door, but I had to lower this one here to kind of straighten out the banner. It's still not hanging perfectly straight. But sort of compromising between how noticeable is the top going to be off, just because the door is not... If you watched back when I was moving into the place, we figured out nothing in this place is level and true. So the door is not... The top of it's not level, so I'm like, okay, so I have that much of a difference, which isn't too noticeable at the top, and that makes it almost hang straight, so it's not too noticeable by the bottom. So I kind of compromise between the two of them. But that is awesome, because for one, when I film my gaming videos now, that is a bit more color on the wall. Of course, I obviously need something here. That is still a big white space, but that's at least something directly behind me. A little bit of color, gonna look nice. I hope so. And also, you know, house pride, right? Ravenclaw. So, a couple hours sitting around, edited a session video so I can export that overnight. Edited a vlog, getting that uploaded right now. And began the first step, possibly towards like next year's Jadekind Gaming logo. Now, I'm not sure if I'm going to go this direction or not at this point. But essentially, I made a list of fonts and a possible concept idea. Literally my note here is, if I could get a sufficiently 90s tune, I might kind of go with this sort of weird, it's a very different style. But so far, more or less, every other year I have had sort of a major kind of change with the style. And the last 2 years have been sort of this electric kind of one, but like one was ethereal, one was like basically using the Saber plugin that Video Copilot did. I'm thinking I might do something like that. I don't really know. I mean, I also came up with fonts. Like, and for one, like, I haven't changed the font in a while. Like, it would be weird to change the font, so I might not even do that. But I came up with fonts for this kind of look, for if I want to stick with something more like what I have been doing. Just a variety of things, but I have kind of come up with the idea that I could do this weird gradient or something on this weird... I mean, it's a very different look. I'm not sure. Usually I actually start by looking through music, but I just sort of was like, you know what, let's look through the fonts, let's think about changing the font this year. So I have some ideas to at least give that consideration, and I started seeing a few fonts that were this kind of shaping, and I'm like, maybe I could do something with one of those. And if I do this, I may play with it a lot more. I played with the scale of each letter to see, like, can I make it look weird? Because it's got to look weird if I'm going to do, like, this kind of style. And I was like, yeah, I can make it look weird. So, just thoughts going through my head, but possibly going somewhere new for next year's Jadekind Gaming logo. Could be interesting. We'll see. Vlog uploaded. Session video set to export overnight. I'll have to put that handle on here shortly. But I made a small little snack to have for dinner, just a few of the hash brown patties, because for the most part I'm mostly full still. That's a very large breakfast, basically. Lunch, whatever. So I'm gonna eat this, and it's getting late. I'm gonna go to bed. Gotta return to work tomorrow, but yeah. Thank you for joining me. Join me as my journey continues. Bye.